So I've been looking at a couple of different companion planting options and what goes together, etc. And I was also chatting to some local guys, and they told me about the Three Sisters. So I was quite intrigued by this, so I went and looked it up. And basically, the Three Sisters is a Native American concept where they plant their corn, then they plant beans, runner beans, which grow up the corn, which then provide the nitrogen for the corn to grow better. And then they also plant like a baby marrow or something like that, which helps with ground cover. So those three are grown together. So I thought, well, I have got corn which is a bit bigger, so it's a good time to plant the green beans, so they've actually got something to climb up. So you do need the corn or your mealies to actually be sort of have grown a bit of a size before you plant your runner beans to go up. So my beds are only 900 wide, so that doesn't give a lot of space for baby marrows to be planted, but basically the runner beans you're gonna plant at the bases of your mealies like that, so that they can grow up the mealies. And then because I've got two lines, basically I'm going to plant a couple of baby marrows, not too many, but just a couple in between on these sweet corns that I planted, to test out this Three Sisters and how the things grow. So I'll also try it on these ones, which are bouncing back nicely. They were very brown, but I see they're looking a lot greener after a few days of good water. So very stoked about that. So once I've actually got the beans growing, as I say, these ones you'll also plant beans along the bottom, then I'll show you as the things grow and what sort of difference it looks, because of the extra nitrogen that the beans basically draw the nitrogen from the air, and then feed it through the roots to the corn. So we're trying out the Three Sisters method, and you've got to love beans, how quickly they grow. So this was literally planted a few days ago, and look how big it is already. So there's a couple more that have coming up. There's one there. So down there, sticking its head out. There's a set. So a few more days and all those green beans, runner beans, should all have stuck their heads out, and then we'll start guiding them to run their way up the mealie stalks. So this patch is someone who's tried the Three Sisters method earlier in the season, and as you can see, the maize is very high. I'm quite tall, I'm 5'11", and as I say, you can see that it's just very, very tall in comparison. So at the bottom here you can see the beans, and then also some of the squashes leaves. Here on the bottom left you can see squash leaves. Obviously the green beans go up the top. These ones are already flowering, and you can see the bird nests in the tops of these. That's how tall they are. They were comfortable enough to make nests. And then, as I say, you can see the green beans going all the way up to the top. Yeah, so the mealies have suddenly started flowering and then making little cobs. So interestingly, the butterfly popcorn, some of it has got red on it, and the pink popcorn, the strawberry popcorn, isn't pink at all. So I just found that quite interesting. And then our glass gem is still very much growing, so that one's not flowering just yet. But as I say, so we've got all our popcorns have started flowering and making heads, so that's great. So an update on the Three Sisters method, just so that I can get this video out so you guys can see it. As you can see, my volunteer mealies have got very big. And they've also started flowering now. The green beans at the bottom, you'll see they're flowering and they've actually started making beans. So these ones haven't gone all the way up the stalk the way the ones in that garden have, but they haven't had as much time. This one is actually doing quite a lot better. It's actually right up here already, so that's about 1 meter off the ground. So as I say, the green beans are doing very well. You can see they're making nice heads. If we go across to these ones here, so they're all busy flowering at the moment and making heads. So these ones have also got their beans running up. You can see the beans here. You can see the squashes. We've had quite a bit of wind, so some of these are lying over, but squashes are flowering. These are baby marrow squashes. So I didn't plant a lot because it's a lack of space. As I say, so all of these popcorns are looking quite good, and I've got another, as I say, baby marrow squash there that's also flowering. So it's not very big because they were planted quite a bit later in the season. It's started cooling off quite a bit, so the growing process has slowed down quite a bit in the garden. But I would say it's a successful method to try of companion planting. And I think also if you are limited on space in your garden and you want to try and get a few more things in, this is a great way of doing that, because you can get your beans in, corn and marrows or a squash in order, in sort of a very small space in your garden. So definitely worth looking at, and as I say, the whole companion part is very beneficial. So I'm looking forward to having these get ready so that I can harvest them. They're still a little way off, and but I'm definitely looking forward to harvesting those. I just want to thank you for hanging out with me through this video and seeing what I had to say about the Three Sisters method. And yeah, in the comments below, if you've tried it before or got any tips on things that we can improve, please leave your comments down below and share with our other viewers. And if you're new to the channel, I just want to say thank you for joining us, and I hope you will consider subscribing and coming back to see what other content I have to post. Thank you for hanging out with me, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.